but if it's a weak, someone like a weak laner that they can take advantage of, I think like TA they could actually take advantage of with the Earth Spirit, then it's a snowball OP. They could also pick like Jug. Jug's also pretty safe here. I think want magic immunity.
Seconds left.
Spirit,
Probably see Shadow Blades from both Lina and Shaker at some throughout in this game. Important to find pickoffs on team. Right now, I think 5-on-5 setting. I think, especially once they get beat.
So at this point, Team Liquid, you'll note IG actually was almost out of reserve time, but Team Liquid has been scrappy with their time management at this point. I'm talking a lot about the Invoker pick for Miracle, but of course that was the last ban for Invictus Gaming.
You want something that's going to match up well against this. Not totally
the benefits of having last pick now, that they can actually use the time to pick something that's good against Lina, and they're going to know that the Earth Spirit is probably going to be around mid as well, rolling in.
Who do you think are some absolute bad players? Yeah, we have an Ember Spirit, a signature hero for Miracle.
Oh, wow.
That's tough.
I wonder if Ember Spirit will go mid. It doesn't seem like the best matchup versus, but
Ember really needs a way to remove the like silence from Earth Spirit. Otherwise, if he goes in and he gets silence, he's gonna die straight away.
Well, there is huge team fight potential on both sides with Earthshaker's entire suite of abilities, Sven's Cleave, but also Ancient Apparition's ultimate, Faceless Void's Chronosphere. Who will come out on top? It's Game 3, the final match of our first best of 3. Take it away, casters.
That's right, Lumi. A clash of titans here, going the distance to start off day 1 of the International 2017. Winner of this match already guaranteed $1 million. But it's not about that. It's about winning TI. These teams are teams that could go all the way, and you can tell they're confident going into this game. You wouldn't even realize what's at stake. We saw Mind Control yawning, Matumba Man laughing. You got to love that Liquid seem relaxed and are having a good time. How do you feel these two teams are going to match up?
I think it's much closer than a lot of people anticipated. You know, start of the day, a lot of people said 2-0 Team Liquid or maybe 2-1 Team Liquid, but throughout both of these games, we saw IG as the underdog coming in here, giving Team Liquid a run for their money. And like you mentioned, I believe in last game, you know, Team Liquid is a team that has always made it relatively far in deep tournaments. They have made it to the major finals multiple times. They need that big win.
They rarely get knocked out early, but they also, up until the last few events, had not gone all the way very often either. So teams like that Monkey is off their back. With that said, looking at the draft overall, do you give a clear edge to either team?
I could see both teams playing, winning this game just through execution. So no draft advantage either way. I feel like it is a little bit harder to play IG draft. They don't have the Vision heroes. Now they have 2 heroes they need to lock down. They need to kill the Void and they need to kill the Ember. And without Vision, sometimes it's just tough to get the jump that you want.
So walk me through each team's path to victory. Like, what is the most likely or kind of ideal way that, you know, IG could go to win this game, or that Liquid would be able to pull off the reverse comeback here?
I think for Team Liquid, you make sure you have a good lanes. They have good heroes for that. The Lone Druid versus the Shaker matchup, I think that's a free matchup for Matumba Man. He'll walk all over that Earthshaker. Likewise, though, I think Lina is advantage in the mid lane, but it looks like both teams are making the correct rotations. It's going to be Matumba Man mid versus the Lina, like the panel pointed out, and then it's going to be Ember Spirit going up to the bottom lane against the Shaker. So back to the point, Team Liquid, good lanes for them, and they should do fine. Whereas I think IG, not only do they need a good lane stage of their own, they also need to get good, quick blink daggers on both Sven and Shaker. And in the team fights, they need to make sure that Chrono doesn't come out or Ember doesn't like stun 2 to 3 heroes in every single team fight. That's a lot to ask for IG.
Yeah, I'm hearing the list of conditions continue to kind of mount up as far as what they have to do to actually win fights. So let's get down to the lanes now and down to business. Game 3 has begun as the horn blows. The teams enter the field of battle. Winner of this, to the top 6. Matumba Man going for the creep block mid now. So, and this is one thing that Liquid really do exceptionally well, I think, with the Lone Druid, is they're so versatile with the way they can lane it. We have seen Matumba Man go mid, Miracle to the safe lane, and I think specifically this hero, but we've also even seen the Broodmother surprise 5th pick go mid. I think that's something that a lot of other teams have not shown in the group stage, that willingness to mix up the lanes and put their, you know, their superstar mid player into a side lane.
I think the Broodmother tech moving forward, I think teams are going to be more and more prepared for that, as you saw here, IG banning out Brood multiple games. So I'm not sure if other teams will be surprised by that, but like you're right, it's definitely a trick that could pull out anytime they deem it's necessary.
And it shouldn't be too much of a surprise because they have done it a lot already, but
Yep.
still something that can keep you a bit off guard and minimize your chance of running away with the lanes. As we do see both supports here duking it out in the river. As far as these particular lane matchups go, I think, you know, the Lina, the Lone Druid, Pan already touched on it, likely a wash. As far as the side lanes go, though, for you, Lumi, which team has the better setup there in your eyes?
I think it's pretty even as well. Mind Control technically should survive, but there's also Glimpse for him to worry about, so he could definitely die there. And of course, Shaker, we've definitely seen him die a couple times in the lane.
Oh, big roll in from Baboka. Oh, just by Matumba Man. Trying to pressure him early. OP does not have a point on the stun just yet, so it's mostly just a harassment roll as they are setting up here on Liquid. GH wants to go. Also owning level 1, but a crush into a cold feet, into a Searing Chains could be a first blood if GH commits. No dire vision of this, but the spidey senses are certainly tingling right now.
Yep. It's also hard to make a successful dive under the tower without losing one of your heroes, should the tower oblige and help out XSS.
Baboka continues to roam. He is going to snag an Invis rune. No Radiant Vision of this grab either. Can he get
Dude,
his
the courier's coming.
courier snipe? Oh,
Man.
hide little thing, hide little bug.
You would think this thing would go extinct by now, given how many times was hunted last time.
If I get bought as a courier against Baboka, I'm feeling pretty sad.
Oh, he's rolling in. Babuka, please! Not
And he
like
does
this.
it again! Baboka the magician!
How do you even see the courier?
How does he know?
Saw over the cliff.
It's not just that, it's the willingness to go for that punch.
Yeah.
Though. Like, I want to say Baboka might have the highest courier snipe rate of anyone at this tournament.
For sure.
I'd be curious to hear the stats on it. It certainly feels like it from watching the guy. So early first blood drawn in a rather unconventional way as IG will get off to a decent gold lead on the back of that. As far as the lanes go, Lumi, these lanes are actually turning out pretty well for them early on.
Yeah.
Mind Control being bullied top fairly heavily, and Q actually saving a skill point here. Does have the glimpse, but still only level 1.
Yeah, level 1 glimpse is very short cast range.
Once you get level 2, you can threaten the void. Like in that situation, it might be a possible kill if there's a follow-up stun or silence. The bottom lane is probably the slight surprise here, or this Earthshaker. You know, we have seen this in the 1v1
he might die here, though.
Oh, this could be the real first blood. Chains to start, follow-up from Kuro, Crush comes through, and, well, gets off a great fissure, but great ain't gonna get the job done. Miracle drawing the first blood, and meanwhile in the mid lane, Baboka having a fish again with the roll. The Matumba Man deftly dodges it.
Yeah, you were saying that, you know, the Shaker is perhaps getting a little bit more than he should, and I think that's more because GH is focusing, you know, his attention to the mid lane. XSS now giving up the first blood. Liquid's lanes do a lot better as they get more level. Miracle, of course, picking like level 4 or 5 is crucial. In the mid lane, once Matumba Man gets his level 5, I think he could start solo bullying OP, should he be able to get those entangling roots.
Yeah, I do want to point out Baboka, he's been busy, and not just with sniping couriers, does stack up the Ancients here early, and with the Sven, that will be very important. Seems to have good timing on a lot of his rotations, one of the hallmarks of a great 4 position. But perhaps more importantly here for Liquid, when we look at their draft, the one area where I see a bit of weakness is they don't take objectives that well except for the Lone Druid. So even though they get this kill bottom, like they can't really hit the tower at all. Not true for IG. They have the Lina, they have the Earthshaker Totem, and they have the Sven. 3 heroes that can hit towers hard. So while Liquid can maybe steal Roche rapidly with the Slardar, at least in this early stage, they won't be able to punish towers the same way.
Yeah, I think this is going to be one of those games where the fights decide it all, and that's probably one of the most entertaining way to watch Dota. It's going to be very different from the game we just saw, where one team just runs straight at you and just take your Raxes.
So many big team fight ults. Like,
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be a beautiful game to watch.
Wombo combo doesn't even begin to describe it.
All right, the bear comes in. It's called El Doge. Just want to point that out.
It's a strange looking bear.
Or panda.
Or Doge, I should say.
One thing I do want to mention is that both Q as well as Baboka are on some of their most signature heroes. Before Baboka was known for his, you know, Monkey King as well as Ricky, he made a name for himself in China playing Earth Spirit. Of course, that was at a time where Earth Spirit was, you know, much stronger of a hero.
Basically, like the best 4 positions were all the best Earth Spirit players back then.
Exactly, yeah. And then Q also has some lightning fast reflexes on his, static storms as well as glimpse. So I expect big things coming out from them.
It's such a crucial game for the Disruptor as well, like up against Void and Ember. If he has a good game, it's going to be really hard for those two heroes to have an impact.
Oh yeah, we're going to see a great dance between the glimpse of Q as well as Sleight of Fist as well as Fire Remnant dodges for Ember Spirit. Miracle is definitely a player that could pull those kind of dodges off.
Of course, for Liquid, they also don't have the best saves. Like, they have Chronosphere, the Ember has defensive tools, but on his own, inherently he's not that good against the Static Storm and potentially that Silence, as OP is being pressured a bit mid. We can see Kuroki creeping in, but they do have vision of this. OP going to try to usher those illusions away.
Yeah, the saves are going to be mostly coming in from the hero's innate abilities, using the Time Walk to run away or just Fire Remnant out.
And itemizing defensively, but OP gets caught out here. Cold Feet not going to tick in. Able to just walk away.
Tower.
As Kuro taking the tower. They'll need to juggle this aggro.
Glimpse.
Boca looking for the punish, then they wrangle him back. Ice Cream as a nice afternoon treat here for
They get
IG.
the bear too.
A bear kill as well. GH charging in. He wins the stun. Uh-oh.
All right.
No way to punish this. The Glimpse on cooldown, a very long cooldown at these early first few levels, but look at the money shrine. IG are going to be enjoying this regen. All the while, Burning is farming. IG look to make their move. The Echo Slam commitment bottom. XXS finds the solo kill on GH.
I don't think GH expected that the skill build that XSS is showing. He's
Max
got one
Aftershock.
Yeah, he's got 1 point in Fissure, max Aftershock, and he went in and just got absolutely slammed.
IG having a solid start here. Again, Ancients were stacked. They've been a bit of a point of contention as Liquid dropped an Observer Ward down previously to try and keep chaps on them, did get dewarded.
Top lane, they're going to go for Kuroki. There is the backstab coming in from Bubblegum. They have Glimpse available as well. They will cast it.
There's a Chrono though. Does Mind Control want to take this fight? There's no backup coming. At least for now, it seems they'll get that clean kill. Now Mind Control walks away. Another death. These supports are starting to stack them up, and they might lose more. The Silence is there. Can they finish it? Mind Control walking away at the final moment, and in the mid lane, the dive onto OP. Remnant commitment, Miracle making his own rotation. So a core finally going down now. A big kill for Liquid.
A lot of trading involved, and in terms of who's coming out ahead of all of these trades, I think it's XSS. He gets the free lane to farm, and once he gets the Blink Dagger, especially with the build that he currently has, I feel like some of the even more elusive hero, like your Ember Spirit, your Void, I think they're going to have trouble surviving.
He has 53 CS in the off lane, and
That's
they've been
crazy.
yanking him.
Yep.
XXS is crushing this game right now.
Remember, LD, the way that he played last game, at least for the first half, he was just
Mind
stalking.
Control might be caught out here. Big catch for Liquid, looking for the bashes. Now the bubble deployed. Huge commitment, allowing GH to hit him. I don't know if it's
He's still
enough.
alive, though.
Burning
Okay,
with the
just
War Cry finally.
Good bash, good bash.
Go down.
It was very important for Mind Control to get those bashes in because the War Cry was out and a lot of the physical damage is mitigated.
Almost all of it at
Yeah.
this stage with like very little in the way of damage items. For
Time Lock, however, does give you magical damage on bashes, so does have that little bit of nice synergy with Ice Vortex coming out from the AA as well later on, but important there for that kill.
Burning goes down. Of course, like killing Sven here there is not a showstopper. This is a hero that will catch up quickly if given any sort of room to breathe, and they did have to commit the Chrono. So I don't think IG are overly upset about that. Now they're going to make their move top lane. Silence of Mind Control, trying to bring down the Void. He
gonna be
showed,
okay.
He doesn't score yet, though. Mind Control gets up the time walking in the mid lane. A huge team fight breaking out. Q with the Glimpse back, trying to keep Miracle away, but he's going to go down. Mind Control got out of there, away to safety. And IG get outmaneuvered, and now with the Bear in position, they can begin their siege on mid. XXS has the Echo. He drops it on the Slardar. He gets off the follow-up.
Where's the
but
vision? They
doesn't
can't see him.
Have OP with the Laguna, and the vision already rearing its ugly head is a bit of a concern here for IG.
Yeah, they committed a lot. The Echo Slam has a fairly long cooldown, and I think XSS is just about to pick up his Blink
If he
Dagger.
has a blink there, that is so bad for Liquid, but Liquid choosing their spots well for now.
Yeah. I was just talking about the way that XSS is playstyle. He loves to sit in the trees and hunt for kills, and Shaker is probably the best hero to do
They're
so.
looking for Kuroki bottom lane. If they can just get this glimpse. It's only level 2 though. He's like 1 creep away from 5, so doesn't have the range.
I think what we're seeing right now is IG supports are really struggling levels. Like you said, Q just hit the level 5. Had he had the glimpse earlier, he would have gotten the kill on the Ancient Apparition. And remember, the 2 ganks in a row that Boboka has started on the Faceless Void, he just needed like half a second extra on a stun or a silence. Well, you'll get that half second if you're higher level, and unfortunately, he's only level 4, still roaming around.
So how do Liquid look to transition? They've had a solid, save of the laning stage here these last couple minutes. Yeah, the Courier got sniped, or Shaker's gotten allowed, but they're ahead now. They get the Midas on Matumba Man. What's next for them? Do they just look to take it slow and farm? Do you see a ramp up in the pressure? What's the game plan?
I think the ability to ramp up in pressure is definitely there for Team Liquid. Remember the way that game 1 that the AA was played by IG? Whenever they had Flaming Lasso with the Bat Rider, they went for a kill. Same story here. Miracle would jump in with the Sleight of Fist and Searing Chains combo. Ice Blast will come in. Or you could start things off with Chronosphere. They have a lot of ways to play this. And you just keep pressuring IG, and you make sure that the Lina doesn't get farmed, Sven doesn't get as farmed as he will be.
They're also about to open up the map here. Mind Control just slowly working on this tier 1 top. That's nearly dead. The mid tower's been brought low as well. And Mind Control will score the last hit. Void, not really known as a heavy pushing off laner, but if you abandon the lane, leave it empty, and go to farm the neutral stacks as Burning, you do open that lane up.
Yeah, it's currently very dangerous for IG heroes to be alone, and that's why you can see them clumping in packets of 2s and 3s. But if you do that, you will start losing on farm and towers across the map.
XXS could
he needs a +1.
Open this game up.
He's
got the Echo ready. Mind Control does have raindrops, but I think with a +1, like you said, he's killable. But meanwhile, bottom lane Q in danger, brought down. They're going to look for the trade top. Mind Control any second, starting with the Fissure. They want to save that Echo Slam if possible with the silence coming through. No, they have to commit it, and they will score the kill. Just don't have the burst with those raindrops to save it, but definitely worth it here.
Still very, like you said, very important kill. Gotta stop that Void. But they are losing a lot of heroes to this Ember Spirit. One thing I like to see from IG is to start setting up smoke ganks with your Disruptor. Disruptor having Static Storm means you have an ability to actually kill the Ember Spirit as well as the Faceless Void over and over again. And they definitely have the burst damage to back it up. You got the Shaker, Echo Slam, you got the OP, Laguna Blade.
Who's been rather quiet, actually. I don't think we've seen a Laguna Blade yet this game. The one opportunity mid, but they didn't have the vision.
Right.
Now Liquid smoking up, Mind Control, moving
Chrono Ice
to
Blast.
the east and looking for the jump. Miracle can start the party, get off the chains of Burning, Remnant forward, commitment from him. Q is there. Welcome to the Thunderdome. Liquid, oh, those reactions, a thing of beauty as they go down 2, make it 3 with GH going home 4-fall. An absolute masterpiece of an ambush. You called it, Lumi. Q
Lightning fast
quick.
reflexes. We're going to watch it one more time. He might be an older guy, but look at this. As soon as they jump in, bang. And that's all she wrote.
The stun also came out from Burning there, which ensured that, well, they were held in position a bit longer, taking that extra damage. Then the Fissure finishes off clean heroes. IG, just such good coordination in these fights.
Instead of losing your Burning carry, they get 4 kills. Think of how big that is for the game. IG bought themselves, a minute or 2 of free farm just from that as well. A lot of times when we talk about Dota, it's a very strategic game, but that is an instance that you saw just a single player with a technical play turning the tide of the whole game. Sick play.
And that is going to open up the map. Now IG start to get some extra tools. Burning completes his Blink Dagger. He wants to go straight into the BKB after this. Knows there's so much magic damage on Liquid. Even the Lone Druid, the Void, you kind of think of them as right-click heroes, but with, between the Bash and the Radiance, they're very heavily magic damage focused. So this BKB could be a game changer.
Yeah, the beauty of Team Liquid's draft is they got both. You talked about the magic side of it. Of course, they got the Corrosive Haze as well to amp up the physical side.
They have the Root, they do have the Bashes.
Yeah.
They're not all in on one type of damage or control, but IG are looking to make a move. I'm not sure if this Burning Blink has been scouted, but in any case, they have that good long-range initiation. Mind Control in danger now, could be caught out. Who's going to jump first? Oh, rolling forward, but Boca trying to scout, but they don't have the vision. They still get off the silence, and now smashing him through with the Static Storm. Laguna reigning in the pain. They get the kill.
Just like how GH was public enemy #1 last game, the shift has...
now mid, Echo, Fissure, see ya, Miracle.
Solo.
XXS, what a performance it has been. 3-1-2 in the off lane, 4th highest in net worth, often up against a duel, a tri-lane. Every gank has been on point.
Yeah, his Sand was absolutely amazing last game though, too, even though they lost the game, so.
It was really the only reason why they were in the game.
Sure.
Like, Riki killed a couple couriers, but as far as hero kills, as far as map, like actual team fights, he was all they had. GH, uh-oh. This is dicey. Now getting scouted out, but Boca's there as well. Gets off the silence, rolling through.
Quick.
GH easily juking him.
Yeah, quick
swift
sprint.
sidestep from him.
And back they go. Probably need to pop the Shrine for mana if they want to go for more.
How do you see these teams matching up going later, Lou? Because it seems like both teams, their cores are farming quite well, especially IG. Bloodstone completed on OP now. The Sven's going towards the BKB as mentioned. Meanwhile, I guess Miracle a bit under farm, but obviously Matumba Man doing
Kick
great.
coming in, finding themselves 1 kill, and now it's going to be Glimpse coming
no
back.
static
He
storm.
jumps away!
Oh, a little bit early. IG didn't have that crucial silence.
Yep, Static Storm was lacking.
Still on cooldown, and a bit overeager. But yeah, how do you see these teams matching up now that the cores are starting to get their farm?
The game plan remains the same for IG. You got to find the Void and you got to kill him before the fight happens. The problem is it gets harder and harder as the Void itemizes for it. He's going for a straight up BKB after the Mask of Madness. You rarely see that from the Faceless Void. And he could even pick up a Lincoln Sphere, because all I think he needs to do in this game is just land a good Chronosphere. Because his team will take care of it in the damage department. Ice Blast, you could dump it in.
Ember Spirit
Triple
with
Remnant. Yeah,
heavy nuke damage,
Yeah.
plus you've got the Ice Vortex, so...
I guess the lack of synergy between the bear build that the Matumba Man's going for with the Chronosphere is...
Yeah, they're not really the best natural friends. Obviously, the Lone Druid gives you that ability to take a tower now that he's farmed.
Well, that's why the panel was discussing that maybe the Lone Druid goes for range form build this game.
That was what we
Yeah.
saw that out of Arteezy in the group stage. Actually worked very well.
Yeah. Matumba Man really is known for his like bear build. He likes to, well, he likes El Doge, you know, he micros well,
Feed your panda.
and they like to push. You know, Team Liquid, coming in today, one of the things we talk about is that they were pushing lineup, and this is definitely one of the better pushing builds.
XXS marching in again under cover of smoke. IG could be caught off guard because Liquid are coming from the rear. Up the ramp, Miracle gonna break that smoke, but already the trap's been sprung. They lock onto Matumba Man, they commit heavily. Dumping damage in, but Mind Control is there, trying to save the day, doesn't matter. Magnetize will finish him off, and now he's on the run, surging forward. Miracle tries to get the damage out, but still this Void stays alive on the other side of the fight. Kuroki manages to get a double kill, finishes off lane, supports the chaotic fight, favoring Liquid. Make it 3 for them, but now the Sven looks to get in. The crush is timely. Kuro's in trouble, being kited. XXS puts a dagger through the heart of Liquid, finds that crucial kill. The totems are coming. Burning if he has mana for a stun. It could be more. Miracle on the
They
run
don't have
now.
a stun anymore on Sven. Yeah, it's not a matter.
That'll
of
be
fight.
it.
Yeah,
So
the fight's over.
a pretty back and forth exchange there.
The critical thing for me in that team fight is that Chronosphere was able to get cast. Great Ice Blast coming out here from Kuroki on the second half of the fight. And more importantly, OP was the first person to die, or one of the first few people to die, and as a result, he cannot collect all of the Bloodstone charge. In fact, he gave up a lot of Bloodstone charge. We're going to see this team fight one more time, but notice on the south half of the team fight, the Ice Blast is going to hit on multiple heroes, and that made it super hard for for IG to actually connect on the rest of the fight.
Yeah, Mind Control barely missing the Lina there. I believe Matumba dies anyway, but
Yeah.
potentially they can kill that Lina a bit earlier in the fight.
And
It just shows you Liquid are very reliant on a good chrono, especially, I guess it changes a little now because GH does have this blink, but still, ideally you'd like this Void to be getting 3-4 heroes in upcoming fights, and it's tough until he gets the BKB. There's a lot of silences, a lot of chain stun, a lot of ways to interrupt that jump.
I mean, just the physical damage as well, right? We saw he turned on the Mask of Madness, and he just ate like an enchant totem hit, and it's like, oh my god, half his HP just like went away, so.
And that's, you don't even have to really build damage, just the
Right.
Earthshaker. That's just something you get naturally.
So that's something that he's got to watch out for.
They're trying to get aggressive here. Still chrono on cooldown though, Liquid. They group up behind the bear. The Radiance is online. This is the time for them to take objectives. IG, no Echo Slam, no Sven BKB yet. Actually, as I say that, it is en route. This could also be a game changer. Might encourage IG to fight again. Burning, moving through the base, not detected as of yet.
In terms of the answer to the BKB Sven, they still have the Chronosphere. They could still get a Doge rooting him. So not exactly something you could count on, but it's there for Team Liquid.
Killing him, though, becomes a real problem if that BKB is active.
Especially if he has Warcry turned on, then it makes Corrosive Haze.
Physical damage definitely lacking at this stage, something Liquid will undoubtedly get more of as the game draws later. There is a dire scan, scouting out their trees. Won't find anything.
At the same time, though, there's a lot of pressure for IG to actually win those fights with the BKB. You know, as the game moves on, the BKB charge timer gets lower and lower, and suddenly the Burning Sven going from a very dangerous hero to something like, we could just kite you the second half of the fight.
IG looking to spring a trap. They know that Liquid are in their jungle because they're not showing bottom, so they leave Burning to hopefully take that tier 1. The rest of the team setting up behind OP to protect him. It looks like IG, the creeps, will likely take this tower down. Burning blinking in. 3 slices, down it goes.
They see Miracle top, they want it. Blink, Echo Slam.
Fisher, where's the chrono? Mind control's there, he catches them, but too late! Miracle's down, and now GH gets zapped! Oh, this is not good for Mind Control. Meet the cleaver, Burning makes it 3.
Looks like Matumba Man was able to run down Q on the bear. There's nothing much that the Disruptor could defend himself. But great team fight here. The Chronosphere just was a tad too late, and unfortunately also catching the Slaughter in the Chronosphere, and Lina says, all right, fish on a skewer, easy kills.
That type of fight is borderline disastrous for Liquid. It's one thing to lose the heroes, but to commit the chrono and then still lose 2 cores like that, those fights will really cost them. This next minute and a half, 2 minutes or so, IG can just freely farm out the map, get their next round of items. OP has picked up the Yule Scepter, Burning, now 1,300 gold to go with that BKB. Already Earthshaker, XXS closing in on a Shadow Blade.
Yep.
Which is going to make an already very impoverished Kuroki that much poorer, and where they haven't had to worry about that Ricky scouting them out, suddenly it's like a pseudo-vision hero. You know, you can run around in Viz and potentially catch Liquid a bit off guard.
The cool thing for IG in that last fight is that due to the nature of the fight, Sven didn't even have to use the BKB. So that's just another fight that you just like, freebie, don't need a BKB. I'm going to be that much more effective going deeper into the game. So IG looking pretty well right now, but...
How do you feel about this from Matumba Man? Gets the kind of late Mask of Madness after the Radiance Might.
Interesting.
On the bear. Is this a tell that Liquid feel like pressured right now to...
Well, hold that thought. It's going to be the initiation again. The chain stun's going to be there, and IG just dominates them.
Crushed. And now GH whipping his own crush. Liquid getting forced back. No, they did commit the BKB. Do they still want to fight? This Void could have buyback for all they know.
Every time that IG gets such a key pickoff on the Void, they feel like they should get something out of it, but with the Sven BKB down, they don't feel confident enough to walk up to the high ground to get the tower, nor do they feel strong enough to go into the Roshan pit.
They're playing it very patiently. XXS now Shadow Blade complete. A second one, as mentioned by the panel, likely to be the case, is being built. OP halfway there, and now the Glimpse. They're going to catch up Matumba Man. This is a fight Liquid must take. The Void's got
Savage Roar,
a respawn soon, but doesn't matter. XXS already gets the job done. He will pay with his life, ending an unstoppable streak, but he just spent his gold, got that Shadow Blade, got the crucial Lone Druid kill. Liquid now, how do they respond? Chrono's online. Maybe they think about the Roche, but the Lone Druid is dead for 40, so not really a lineup that's great at taking it without him.
Without him, I mean, even though with Corrosive Haze, it's not enough. Maybe Void could help out a little bit, but that's it. And now faces Void, instead of going for the BKB that he's queued up for a long time.
Diffusal.
What do you think about this? I feel like the BKB was more or less the right choice. It seems like with him going for Diffusal Blade and Matumba Man going for the Mask of Madness, Team Liquid believes that they don't have enough damage going into the mid-late game. And they might be correct in that assumption, but at the same time, if you just get initiated and you don't have BKB to back you up, then you also don't have enough damage, right?
There's so much chain stun on IG that I do feel if this Void ever gets jumped, he's not going to get to press the BKB. And
That's definitely true.
He's the save, right? Like, so he's the one that you know, he can't save himself when he's chain stunned. So in that sense, perhaps it's understandable for Mind Control.
Sure.
Ideally, you want the BKB, but also if you BKB and they can just run away, maybe you don't have that great gap close. So
yeah, it's really a tough spot.
It's a rock and a hard place. Like I don't think the BKB would be bad necessarily, but I can also understand where it's not the most appealing item. Here comes the smoke. OP out in front. They're gonna make their move.
They stun him! They just stun him!
Mind Control! What an anticipation Detonation play. Oh, that hurts. Now GH on the run. Magnetize bringing him low. He goes down. Miracle next. Pulled back in. Zippity doo dah. See you later. But now IG, they can turn their attention towards this tower, and XXS, he's on the hunt. Echo, again, get the totem again. IG, they're not just getting the one kill, Lumi, they're getting the follow-ups. They are running roughshod over Liquid. This has to be a real concern that Liquid.
They have a double damage for this Roshan. You know, OP just wanted to get extra attack speed by stunning the ground in front of the tower, and then they just, the Void jumps in. The Void thought he had a good Chronosphere, and he got absolutely wrecked by that random LSA. You say prediction, but I think he just wanted the attack speed, man.
In any case, it hurts. That is for damn sure. Liquid.
Off of that one random LSA, they got 4 kills, Tier 1 tower, and the Aegis.
Again, fight after fight, and now we'll see it once more that IG getting the jump. It was such a big discussion point on the panel, like, oh, this Void can't get the jump. They have to be able to stop him. If he gets a good chrono, it's over for IG, but it just hasn't happened.
Have we seen a good chrono?
We saw one decent one top, but they still managed to get kills.
It's on the hunt.
A lot of pressure on mind control, and whereas IG, it feels like many players stepping up. XXS getting jumps, huge clutch static storm from Q. OP with what you say a very lucky stun into the trees. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
You know, the silences to initiate. IG have a lot of ways to start fights. I don't really feel like Liquid do. You don't really want to initiate with Miracle, and even if you do, the chains are not that scary on their own. Slardar blinks in and crushes. He's likely going to die before he gets out, so
I think the most
a
impressive
ton of pressure on this Void.
The most impressive thing is that IG is doing it without any like superb vision heroes. Like they don't see the Void coming, man, or they have to like
Double Shadow Blade, Lumi. That's your vision.
I mean, okay, I guess that's one way to do it. Like if you get to download this replay and watch it from IG's perspective, and the fact that they don't have as much vision as what you're seeing right now, it's just mind-blowing, mind-numbing how good these guys are. And now they are on the hunt. XSS invis up as always.
Smoked up, XXS, as you mentioned, the man in front, Liquid, farming up the Ancients. Mind control just completed, but now might get caught. There's the roll, the fissure comes through, the chain stun not there, pushed away by the time walk back to safety.
A rare miss from IG. So far, every time we've seen them lead with the stun, they generally finish.
But the thing is, like,
kill.
Liquid aren't confident to counterplay, and they're really starting to slip here in the damage and net worth department. Burning's now completed a Crystalist, grabs the Hyperstone. Daedalus not too far off after that for him, and again, an aggressive foray into the Liquid territory. They might catch one. Matu is there. The hits just keep on coming. Liquid are starting to crumble on the big stage.
The problem here for Team Liquid right now is that Void is the save, but IG has so much burst damage that by the time that the Void could react, likely your players are already dead. You know, when you have Laguna Blade, when you have Burning coming with big
They might find one. Disruptor caught out. Q is there. The follow-up chrono gets that Earth Spirit, but do they want to go? No, actually, he's punished. GH now might fall. Burning there, looking for the cleanup. 3 go down. Even when they try the chrono, it ends up haunting them.
And now Chrono's down. If you're IG, you're like, okay, let's just get an objective.
I mean, end of the day, it's a lone druid in melee form. It's 4 melee heroes with a Void. It's not the easiest game to find good chronos.
Yeah. Also, I feel like Miracle has unable to really, like, the fact that he's worried about getting killed so much that he's unable to freely go for solo kills of his own. That's generally one of the strengths of Ember Spirit. In fact, looks like he's going to get solo killed here again. Do they have enough? Oh boy, you bet they do.
IG making it look easy.
Jayo
Cheering themselves on, and somewhere ROTK likely smiling for his old friend Burning. They are close, Lumi. This game is quickly slipping out of hand. And so I think it's time we ask ourselves, how do Liquid get back in the game?
Still same game plan. You need to get that Chronosphere. Like, Team Liquid to me needs to be on the offensive for once. Remember that smoke play? They went down, and unfortunately the Q Static Storm just got him. Remember when Mind Control jumped in looking for the 3-man Chronosphere, and OP just got him? I feel like a lot of these are just very unlucky breaks for Team Liquid, but the plan remains the same. You have to go in, you have to be on the offensive, you have to land that Chronosphere, and make things happen. But
Again, mind control is poor. Like as far as items go, he doesn't have a whole lot of options here. But if the chrono is that important, it feels like it'll be harder to get one without either the BKB or a Blink Dagger, a Shadow Blade. So commonly big pickups on Void.
yeah,
Part of it is just a raw numbers game where in a better game, if those fights have gone differently, he has that mobility item, he maybe has the BKB or the defusal as well. But again, bottom, they jump in. This time they're ganking
El
the bear.
Doge. That's
And now they might get Matumba Man as well. He's in the trees. Can Q find him in time? No. He will make it out.
Kinetic Field does give vision.
How much does this bear really offer going later, though? It's one of the knocks on Lone Druid as a carry. He is very timing-based in melee form, especially against heavy physical damage, which IG have in spades, both the Lina and the Sven.
I think the timing has gone in pass for the bear to be really super effective. I mean, one way to play it in the scenario that Team Liquid is in, you could get an Aghanim Scepter on the bear and start relying on split push. But as we saw there, IG has no problem just ganking the bear themselves.
They have double Shadow Blade, they have a Force Staff, they have a BOTs on the Lina.
Oh, yeah, they could
Like, they have mobility to hunt that bear.
Yeah.
And they have multiple heroes who can kill it or at least force it away. But here comes Liquid on the smoke. Burning would be a huge catch, but the smoke breaks uphill. Burning gets away. He's still got the BKB ready. Do they commit? Liquid, no, this is a bad idea. Back is there. Now the Yule Scepter trying to buy time, one stun, and he is done for. Chewing through him with the sword. Now the Echo
Slam.
The follow-up's there. XXS again delivers, and now onto a Matumba Man. Mind control in, mind control dead. No solutions, no hope. Glimpse on back. Make it for Invictus Gaming. Absolutely slaughtering Liquid. Kuro likely the last man down. Make it 5. IG on the cusp, on the verge of top 6.
You could truly tell that IG are just super comfortable with these heroes. Some of these are their most played hero. Q has an 100% win rate with Disruptor so far in the tournament. I know some of our panel boys don't like statistics, but this is a good time to talk about him. Bubble got 80% win rate on the Earth Spirit in 5 games. And now we're going to watch this team fight one more time. Just look for XSS's positioning. He is cutting off the backliners, making sure that they can't do anything.
Interrupting the follow-up to the Chrono, which you see the Ice Blast come now. Fight's already over at that point.
Right.
Not once have they started the fight with a Chrono into a Crush, into an Ice Blast, into an early Ember kill. They're always playing from behind, and Matumba Man scratching his head now. How can the sailor in another life take his ship back out and find a safer harbor for the team? The map is just getting very, very claustrophobic now, Lumi. Liquid have lost most of their outer towers. Anyone who's caught is basically just done for. Yeah, you've got the Yule Scepter, but they have so much chain stun, so much disable that you drop the Static Storm and there's just no solution for Miracle to get out. There's no solution for the Void without the BKB. And that's just the Disruptor. We've seen multiple Earthshaker solo kills. Those only get easier as the game goes along. IG continue their surge forward, and they're going to find Miracle. Ooh, close call. Up to the high ground. XXS not going to blindly blink up that hill, though he could. Now instead going to retreat towards the top lane. IG keeping the lane shoved in, knowing the next Roche could be nigh.
Yeah, I think at this point, Team Liquid needs a mistake from IG, and that's never really a good position to be in, especially on the last game of the best-of-3 series, but they are that far behind. However, if IG does commit a huge blunder, let's say...
Echo, oh, he does it again.
All right, well, there's no mistakes to be had for IG. Like
11, 2, and 8 in the off lane against the duel against the tri lane. They need that Void. He doesn't have buyback. Burning is chewing through Liquid. And more damage piles up. Now the bear, Panda down. They're already endangered. Burning, have mercy. But Boca says no mercy for you. This is our game for the taking. That happened indeed, and slicing forward carves up the AA. 4 dead again. Invictus Gaming prevailing here in a way they haven't at TI in a long, long time. Still a ways to go, but Liquid are about to be sent packing to the lower bracket.
What an upset. Team Liquid, the team that a lot of people thought would win the whole tournament, they chose IG as their opponent for this winner bracket, and IG just coming in strong. I mean, I thought it was going to be 2-1 Liquid. I was with everyone else.
A variety of picks, a bunch of different approaches to the game. We saw in game 1 heavy emphasis on vision. I think we've seen probably like 15 to 20 different looks from IG over the course of this tournament. They are not afraid to mix it up, and they're very deep as far as hero pool goes and seem to be getting deeper as the tournament goes along.
Yeah.
So Liquid are now kind of left scrambling to figure out how to adjust.
The knock against IG coming into this tournament was that, they've been failing a little bit in the last couple of events. People have been calling them a one-patch team. Ice Rock has nerfed them. But coming in strong here, showing that they are not a one-patch team. They could do a lot more than that.
Well, maybe they're a two-patch team.
Well, this is the right patch to be on if you're a two-patch team, because they are winning right now.
Daedalus complete. Even the Disruptor casually piling in the items, grabbing the Solar Crest. So now you've got Burning strutting around with 47 armor, BKB, and that's not even counting the Solar Crest being thrown on him. Gets basically unkillable, and that is before this Roche falls. Aegis and Cheese to be claimed. It'll be a desperation fight. Liquid need a miracle, and I don't mean the player. I mean the hero moment. Like, I don't even know what that would be, Lumi. Like, perfect Chrono, perfect Ice Blast, triple Remnant. That probably doesn't even bring some of these carries down to half HP.
At this point, I don't think a good Chrono is, enough.
You need
something
you
more.
really do need IG to blunder in a major way.
You need IG to chase into the Terra 4, chase into the Fountain.
Use those buybacks, multiple hero crushes, some timely bashes, some huge rolls of the dice.
Just like I was listing out a lot of conditions for IG, now there's even more conditions for Team Liquid to actually, stay in this game.
And that's if IG even take risks about it. They're not right now. OP TP'd home. He pushes out the bottom lane. They don't want to give Liquid that freedom to try and split push to maybe red it out a little bit. They are going to keep these lanes shoved in. They are going to continue farming, and that is another concern for Liquid. IG have more room to scale. Lina can still get bigger. Your Sven is closing in on his level 25 talent. But these supports have room to grow. Even the Shaker could get more items. And all these heroes scale pretty well. So I don't even feel like you can say if you're Liquid, well, IG are on a timer. Time is our ally.
I mean, Sven as a hero does kind of go down in terms of effectiveness because, as the game goes on, people buy more Force Staves to counter that. But because Team Liquid is so poor, I'm not even worried about burning.
It's like
scaling.
If there is a timer, it's been paused.
Right.
The hourglass has been put on its side. There's no sand flowing one way or the other. Now IG, they commit for the siege. All three lanes pushing in. They started with the crush. They'll need a lot more than that. Ice Blast coming through. Burning, shrugging it off. The Shivas ushering Liquid away. And with the Ice Blast down, IG, just wait for this next wave. They're going to come swinging.
Yep.
XXS.
Notice how they don't jump in. Notice how when the creep wave dies, they back off. There's just
patient,
super methodical.
And now, potentially decisive. Burning does get stunned up. He's still got the BKB. The bear works on him, but the bear gets stunned. Controlled. OP pumping in the damage, pummeling it.
This is what happens
again.
This is what happens when you jump in. All they have to do is hit the buildings.
Now the Chrono, but XXS, the god, he somehow interrupts it again, forcing Liquid on their heels. Not even bothering for the buildings. IG are giving the business to Liquid now. They do force them back, but everybody's healthy. They need more damage. Where's it going to come from? If Burning ever gets ahead, that's all she wrote for Liquid. Miracle stun once, dead for sure.
Ice Blast.
As the buyback. Ice Blast is there. They do get one. That's a punch, don't deny. They don't even get the kill.
1500
Buyback
crit.
again. All five dead, and they're still trying to fight. Liquid are down. They're now a corpse that's being punched, kicked, and about to be put 6 feet under. IG have the buybacks if they need them. They've got the damage. They've got the control. The position is theirs. The game is theirs. The series is theirs. And top 6 is theirs.
Wow. Burning one step closer to that. Oh, there's a pause. One step closer to that TI champion that he so deserves as a player.
I don't know if anyone has been looking for that championship longer. It's a very short list, but IG, they're not there yet. A fantastic showing. Liquid, not quite a match for them, but we have seen this team can be scrappy, and they still have the lower bracket where they can look to bounce back.
The most impressive thing for me, again, is 3 of their players, XSS, OP, as well as Boboga. First time TI player, first time on this big stage. And did you see the way they played?
They had great individual plays, but they also just played as a team. There weren't, here players trying to win the